Welcome back to the workshop. So today in the shop, we're going to spend a little time cleaning up, and to do that I'd like to have a warm shop to work in. So we'll get the fire going here in a minute, and while we get the fire going, let's think about what we're going to talk about as I clean the shop. In this video you'll see a lot of the issues that pop up with my own ADHD. There's one right here, not thinking ahead. Why didn't I clean off the wood stove before it started to smell like burnt dust? I don't know. I didn't even think about it till it started to smell. But that's just one of the issues that pop up that make this shop such a mess. So let's go through a few more. Let's just talk about the mess in general. This is a collection of stuff from, I don't know, 10, 15 years of owning this shop. And the Mustang is probably the oldest item in the shop right now. I bought that shortly after moving into this place, and first it sat in the back corner, and then the right side of the shop as we look at it, and then now the left side, and that is something I really want to tackle during these videos, is actually building the Mustang the way I've always wanted to. A lot of the other items you see in the shop are leftovers from previous projects. This insulation is, well, it's for the shop. You can see the shop doors down there are not insulated yet, and I would like to change that. But I don't want to use this blanket insulation, but I haven't gone out and bought any rigid insulation to fit on those doors, so it's still cold at that end. Now I need to sort through the shop looking for my tape for 5 to 10 minutes. I know there's another roll of blue tape out here, but I cannot find it. It's easy to forget where you put something. You just set it down and walk away. It just leaves your mind, just like that. It's something that's afflicted me for a very long time, and it sounds like other people with ADHD also have that issue, and it's not great. It's very frustrating sometimes. I can walk through a door and forget what I'm doing. I could have a chainsaw in my hand, gas jug in the other hand, and I walk out to the yard and go, what was I gonna cut? Here's more thinking ahead. I want to wrap up this piece of network cable and tie it up, but I don't have anything to tie it with, and I don't have a way of keeping it tight. Oh, well, there's a clamp. That'll work. Some electrical tape, and it cleans up nicely. And guess where I'm going to put it? Not with all the other cables that I've put in the box. It went over on the workbench for some reason. That stack of boards that I just added one board to, that's all stuff that's going to be turned into shelves in the shop, so I really don't want to take it out of the shop and then bring it back in, but you know it's in the way right now. And now we'll just start stuffing anything and everything underneath the Mustang, because that's not moving anytime soon. But I do need to clear out this space so I can get the truck in here and work on it. Object blindness. Yeah, that's a big one. This roll of insulation was sitting right in front of me the whole time that I was putting the other items up in the loft, and I was looking for lightweight things like insulation. It was right there. I could not see it. There's a lot of object blindness here. I will walk around and around things because I don't want to deal with them at the moment, so I ignore them. Maybe that's not quite the same as object blindness, but it sure happens a lot. And that leads us to leaving things in the way. I swear I would rather walk around things 20 times than just move it, put it away. These bikes that I'm hanging up right now used to hang right where the camera is right now, and the table saw was just to the left of where the camera is now. And when I was using the table saw, I would have to squeeze between the table saw and the bikes if I wanted to get to the other side of the saw, right? So why did I leave it like that? I don't know, but it sat like that for months, and I just kept going around it. Here you can see that I'm about to get overwhelmed by the fact that I don't have space for everything. I don't have a good home for everything. I don't know exactly what I'm going to do next because I don't know what I should do. My brain just stopped working. Here's something that I've started doing is, okay, I'll do a parallel task, something kind of related to what I'm doing right now. This little router table I had made a few years ago is not really in the way, but I don't need it anymore. So I figure I'll take it apart, keep the good stuff, toss the bad stuff, and I'm still making forward progress. It's not really helping me right now with clearing out this work area because it wasn't quite in the way, but it's better than going, I don't know what I'm doing, and getting really frustrated and just giving up. Don't keep those. It's all junk. Just get rid of it. Much better. And now I broke my little moment of being overwhelmed, and I can start to find homes for stuff again. Go ahead and give a like to this video if you know what that little toy is. Doing the bare minimum is sometimes the only way I get anything done. If it's worth doing poorly, right? Well, I guess that's one way to look at it. Sometimes if you have too much to do, you really need to focus on the small important things that are gonna, again, make forward progress on your project. Right now I'm measuring out how much space the truck takes up because this truck I have is kind of the biggest truck I'd want to fit in this shop. So measure it out, paint some bright greenish yellow lines on the ground so I kind of know if I'm going to bring a truck in or anything smaller than that, I need this space open, and it's a big enough work area and won't be stumbling over everything. I did the same with my door. Where the door swings, there's an arc on the ground, so I don't leave anything there, because I used to put things in the way of the door and I'd walk in or walk out. I would just set something down and then I'd go to shut the door and it wouldn't shut because there's something in the way. Keeping stuff you don't really need. Well, like I said earlier, there's a lot of that in this shop. There's a lot of stuff I could get rid of, and it's not going to affect my life a great deal. That cabinet that's right next to the Mustang, it was part of a set that was given to us. I used the other parts. This part doesn't really go anywhere. It's not a good standalone piece, but it's been sitting there. Ooh, gotta be getting close to a year. And there's stuff like that all over. I don't want to say that I hoard things, but I definitely have a hard time of letting go of anything that might be actually useful. There has been times where I have literally just gone and thrown it away. Like, you know what? Screw it. Whatever. I don't care. Just get it out of my way because I have too much stuff. Getting to this point and having enough open space that I can actually sweep the floor and feel good about the amount of work I did, that happens frequently. I will clear out a space, open it up, clean it up, organize, and I can bring something in and work on it, and I'm not tripping over everything. The trick is that after I work on the truck and move it back outside, I need to come back in and continue cleaning and organizing and getting rid of things that I don't need. Because if I don't, then the video after I work on my truck, you're going to see this whole bay just be a complete mess again, and I'll have to start over. And I don't want to do that.
Well, as you can see, we have just enough open space to pull the truck in here, hopefully next weekend, and install some ball joints. That's always a blast. I did the left side 4 months ago. It's time to do the right side. Thanks for stopping by. We'll see you next time.